So what you see here are two triangles. One is the smaller and one is the bigger. The shape looks like similar, but the scale is different. One is larger than the other. So when do we say two triangles are similar? Let's define that. First, let's understand what corresponding sides are. So when you see this side, notice that it corresponds to this side of the larger triangle. Both are sitting on the base, so the bases correspond. Let's just use a different color. So let's say we have the pink base. It corresponds to the pink base here. So these are called corresponding sides of the triangle. Now let's try a different color. And let's see. This side corresponds to this side, because both the triangles are oriented in the exact same way. So if two triangles are similar, then the ratio of the corresponding sides are equal. So what are the corresponding sides? The small triangle has length A, the large triangle has length D on the green side. They're corresponding sides. The small triangle has B on the pink side and the large triangle has E on the pink side. The pinks are corresponding. And then finally, this side corresponds with this side. So put the length of the side of the smaller triangle over the length of the side of the larger triangle. If these ratios are all equal, then the two triangles are called similar triangles. So similar triangles have their corresponding sides proportional. So let's look at an actual example to see how this works. So it says find x and y if the following pair of triangles are similar. So this is triangle 1, and we can assume that the sides are given in order. So we can say this side is corresponding to this side. Okay, so we have 9/3. So I'm putting triangle 1 over triangle 2, and I follow the exact same order, is equal to the next corresponding side. Let's just mark it in green, the x and the 4. So smaller triangle over the larger triangle. The next corresponding side is 15 and y. So that would be equal to 15/y. So what we have here is the ratio. These are the ratios of the corresponding sides, and they all have to be equal. So now we have to solve for x and y. Now think about what this really means. It says A equals B equals C. What exactly does that mean? You can break it down into A equals B, B is equal to C, and if A is equal to B and B is equal to C, then you can say that A is equal to C. So A, B, and C are quantities, and they're all equal to one another, right? So I'm going to take 9/3 equals x/4. That's one equation. X/4 is equal to 15/y. That's another equation. And then I equate the first number with the last number. Since they're all equal, I can say that the first number ratio is equal to the last ratio. Now, if I have to solve for x, I have to use this equation. If I have to solve for y, I use this equation, because notice that if I multiply these two, I get xy equals 15 times 4. I can neither solve for x nor y if I don't know what one of them is at least. So I'm going to use the first equation because it has only one variable, and that is x. And I'm going to use the last equation to solve for y because it has only one variable, that is y. So how do I solve? The usual cross multiply. 9 times 4 is equal to 3x. I divide both sides with 3. And then we have x equals 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12. So this is equal to, so we know that the side x is equal to 12. Now we solve for y because we don't know what the side is. 9 over 3 is equal to 15 over y. Cross multiply. So 9y equals 15 times 3. So 9y divided by 9 is equal to 15 times 3 divided by 9. And y is equal to 15 times 3 divided by 3 times 3. We cancel the 3's and 3 goes 5 times into 15. So I cancel the 3's again and I get a 5. So what this tells me that x is 12, y is 5. Now I use this equation to check my answer. So I plug in the x, which is equal to 12, plug in the y, that's equal to 5, and I get 15 times 4, which is equal to 60. 12 times 5 is 60, 15 times 4 is 60, 60 equals 60. So the equation that has both x and y can be used to check your answer. Now let's plug the numbers back in so you can see what exactly similar triangles look like. So 9 over 3 is equal to x, which is 12, over 4, which is equal to 15 over y, which is 5. So if I simplify these ratios, I get 3 goes 3 times into 9, so it's 3 over 1. 4 goes 3 times into 12, so that's 3 over 1. 5 goes 3 times into 15. So the ratio of the corresponding sides are equal if the two triangles are similar. And that's the property that we used because we were given that the two triangles are similar, and we used that property to see that to solve for the unknown sides. Now, a problem like the next one, you can think of it in terms of similar triangles, or you can just solve it using ratios and proportions. So 32-foot tree casts a shadow of 18 feet. The first sentence itself tells us it's the actual over the shadow. And the way we're going to set up the equation is actual over shadow equals actual over shadow. How long would the shadow be for a 22-foot tree? So actual is 32 feet over the shadow, which is 18 feet. And the question says, how long would the shadow be? So the shadow is in the denominator, so I'm going to put x for shadow, for a tree that is actually 22 feet, which is in the numerator. So what we need to determine is the shadow length for a tree that is 22 feet, and you can imagine it'll be less than 18. So let's cross multiply, and we get 32x is equal to 22 times 18. 32x is equal to 22 times 18, and now we have to divide both sides with 32. We cancel common factors and we get x equals 22 times 18 over 32. Let's see what we can cancel. We've technically solved for x, but we just need to simplify and get the final answer. And this is I'm sorry, that's a 32, not a 34. So that would be 4 8s are 32. Now 2 times 2 is 4. So I can cancel 2 2's with a single 4 in the denominator, and we get 99 over 8. And when we simplify it, let's divide. 8 1s are 8. Subtract to get a 1. Bring the 9 down. 8 2s are 16. Subtract to get a 3. And get 12 and 3 8ths. Feet. So what this tells us is, if a tree that is 32 feet casts a shadow that is 18 feet, then a tree that is 22 feet will cast a shadow that is 12 and 3/8 feet. And it does make sense, because a shorter tree would have a shorter shadow.